You're bad news, you're a bad penny. They say bad habits die hard, and you've got plenty. If one bad apple spoils the bunch, then I better take the plunge. A bad wind's blowing, so I'll beat you to the punch. The biggest turnoff in the world is somebody who don't want me, and I can see your love is growing cold. Well, boy, don't let me slow you down, and when you go, don't turn around, 'cause I'll be gone, I'll be gone, I'll be gone. So goodbye, good riddance. Good thing I dodged the bullet that you kept living. 'Cause you're a good time, Charlie, but you sure ain't no good, Joe. Now I got the goods on you, and you can go. The biggest turnoff in the world is somebody who don't want me, and I can see your love is growing cold. Well, boy, don't let me slow you down, and when you go, don't turn around, 'cause I'll be gone, I'll be gone, I'll be gone.
Wow. That song never gets old. That was, of course, the angelic voice. My dear friend Stephanie from 2019. That song is called Gone. And I was thinking of that song, Gone, because I got a call from my dad yesterday from Italy, and he caught the virus. Not serious. He's fully vaccinated. Flu-like symptoms, and I just want this whole freaking thing to be gone, as it were. So I thought of that wonderful song, Gone, from Stephanie Forian. You can check her out here on YouTube, of course. StephanieForian.com, StephanieForian.bandcamp.com. I was lucky enough to meet her before the lockdowns in 2019. She did that song live, and let me tell you, well, to use a Linux term, that performance was 100% stable. She knocked it out of the park, and the audience loved it. All right, welcome. Those of you who watch this on the repeat, I'm sure I'll miss most of you. Welcome to this Good Morning Linux. And I always enjoy doing these live podcasts on my 50-inch 4K TV. Not on my desk, of course. On my desk, I have a 19-inch because I broke my other one. Anyway, doing these morning stretches with my foot and my legs, and I think doing these stretches over the course of a couple months helped my broken foot heal faster. So my foot appears to be stable, so I'm grateful for that. So I'm just chilling this morning, doing my morning stretches before I start my day. Looks like no storms this morning, so we'll talk about Linux, maybe other items. We'll take a look at the top 100 on the Distrowatch page and see what's going on there. Hang on, let me grab a sip of water here. All right. So like I said, I'll probably catch most of you later, or you'll watch this later, an unscheduled morning podcast. It looks like I might be able to do these regularly Tuesday mornings. I'm not sure. You know, with everything going on, things can change, but I'm just grateful that I'm healthy. My broken foot is healed. Dad, I hope he heals quickly, and I'll give him a call next week, see how he's doing. He was thinking about traveling to the States next month, but now he's in isolation for a week or two, so I have no idea. All right, so let's see here. We can go to the, let me get situated here. I am streaming from Linux Mint, by the way. 20.3, not the latest one. I tried to do the update, the upgrade from the previous version, and the skip function for the backup for time shift didn't work, or it wasn't there. That feature, that button wasn't there. Somebody commented, interesting. This person had the opposite In fact, he had no GUI, but the skip button feature was there to skip backup. I guess I found the bug. I don't know what else to say, but yeah, it's Linux can be predictably unpredictable. So yeah, I mean, I still enjoy doing it. Like I said, I'm doing this podcast from Linux Mint 20.3 because the upgrade didn't work, but that's okay. Why don't we transition here? Then I'll take a look in the chat. If you are in the chat, stick around. I will get to your comments and questions here shortly. Let's go ahead and transition. Let me look at the feed here real quick. Looks like it's in the green. Very good. Let's transition. This is Distrowatch.com. And, oh, looky. Linux has a new mascot, a chimpanzee. Those of you who are watching this, chimpanzee is on the red phone. And he's laughing. He's going, Arch Linux. Just kidding, just kidding. That's cute. Look at that cute little chimpanzee. Anyway, why don't we do this? Let's go ahead and look at the top 100 briefly. Looks like MX Linux is on top. Again, this is not necessarily usage, more like what it says here, page hit rankings for the last 6 months. Yeah, this is not necessarily accurate. It's just a guide. So we have MX Linux, number 1. Endeavor OS, number 2. Mint, one of my favorites, number 3. Number 4 is Manjaro. 5 is Poop. It is morning. I don't have coffee yet. Pop OS, sorry, Pop. 6 is Ubuntu. I use Ubuntu. 7 is Fedora. 8 is Debian. 9 Garuda. And 10 is OpenSUSE. Zorin is number 11. No, that should be in the top 10 easily. And what is number 100? By the way, there's about between 500 and 600 distributions, by the way. Yeah, number 100 is System Rescue. Well, I needed a rescue from Linux Mint on the upgrade because I couldn't do it. It was kind of disappointing. Anyway, why don't we, you know what, I've never done this before. Why don't we take a look at these one by one? I don't think I'll be able to get through all 100. Yeah. First of all, let me take a quick look at the chat. Let me know if the sound and the quality is good. We'll go from there. Florin says, sorry for your foot. Thank you. It's better. It's healed. A little soreness here and there. This would be a good time to game some Steam Deck. Wonderful Linux space machine. Yeah. I don't have a Steam Deck. My gaming is pretty much done on an Xbox, but I haven't seen too many reviews for the Steam Deck, but from what I understand, it works, and that's all that I can say. Nazi is in the house. Hello, Chris. Can't recall the last time you looked at Distrowatch. Oh, okay. I look at it occasionally, just out of curiosity, but again, it's just a guide. Really, out of the 100 distributions listed, maybe just a handful are really good for beginners, like 5, 10 at tops. So, yeah, sound quality is good, thank you. Sound is good, video seems to be low. Yeah, I'm streaming in 720p. This older computer, but if I go to 1080p or higher, this 11-year-old computer buffers, it chokes. So I think for these live podcasts, I think 720p is okay because I can't do this in 1080p anyway. So I guess it'll have to be. So hopefully it's good enough. Barco likes Arch, i3, and Parrot OS. Okay, very good. All right, let's go back to Distrowatch here and. We'll take a look at these one by one, and I'll give you my thoughts real quick. We'll start at 100. System Rescue, based out of France, Arch-based. I'm not an Arch person. I tried a couple times. It did not work out for me. But, yeah, let's go back. Let's try Seduction at 99. Debian Unstable. Why would anybody want to use anything unstable? Well, I take that back. I apologize. I did download Chrome OS Flex, Google's Linux-based system, from the unstable branch. And you know what? It actually worked. It installed. It didn't crash. Yeah. So, but generally stay away from unstable branch. You don't want to mess with that. You'll go through a whole bottle of Motrin. Number 98 is Gekko, the insurance distribution. OpenSUSE base, multiple desktops. Have I looked at Gekko? I don't think I have. I've tried OpenSUSE before. It's okay. But I have not looked at Gekko. All right. Next up is number 97. Raspberry Pi OS from Debian Stable. LXDE desktop. I have not messed with Raspberry Pi. Not that much of a tinkerer. But based from the UK. All right. Cloud Ready. Wasn't that bought out by Google's Chrome OS? Yeah, so this is, of course, Gen 2 based. Yeah, it's Cloud Ready is an operating system built and maintained by Neverware based on Google's open source Chromium OS. Distribution is available in free and commercially supported versions. Okay, I can tell you that Chrome OS Flex, it rocks. Heck, Chromebooks rock. But yeah, next up is that Artix at 95. Artix, another Arch-based, multiple desktops. And this project is based off, it's a fork of Arch, OpenRC, and Manjaro. Again, I do not use Arch. Makulu Linux 94. Yeah, I like Makulu. This has the desktop switcher, like 16 desktop environments. Phew, that is a lot. And I liked what I saw. This is, you have a choice of Debian version or Ubuntu. The developer is from Vietnam. Beautiful country, by the way. Saw some pictures. Multiple desktop environments. Yeah, so Makulu Linux is a rolling release desktop distribution based on either Ubuntu or Debian testing. It includes pre-installed codecs, device drivers, different editions. Yeah, if you are a new user and like a lot of eye candy, take a look at Makulu. I think you'll be impressed. I really liked what I saw. All right. Next is Haiku. Based on Independent, it says, from Germany. And Haiku operating system currently in development that specifically targets personal computing, inspired by the B operating system, BOS. I know nothing about that, so let's move on to the next one. 92 is Robo Linux. I think I took a look at this once. This is either off Ubuntu Debian based, user-friendly operating, intuitive system based on the latest long-term support of Ubuntu. I think I looked at this once, and I don't think I can't remember if I liked it or not. Yeah, I don't remember. Anyway, number 91 is Laka. Isn't that the guy on the comedian on the TV show Taxi? Anyway, this is based off of Libre Elec from France. I know nothing about that. It's a lightweight Linux distro that transforms a small computer to a full-blown game console. Really interesting. Anyway, yeah, don't know much about that one. Let's move on. Let's see. 90 is Boozen Labs. Debian Stable. The OpenBox desktop. I've looked at OpenBox before. It is super, super fast. Yeah. So this one offers a lightweight, easily customizable OpenBox desktop based on Debian stable. Community continuation of the Crunchbang Linux distribution. Interesting. Okay. What else we have here? Newtykes, I think. This is based on Linux from scratch, from Switzerland, La Suisse. French distribution, built from Linux from scratch and beyond Linux from scratch. Okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about this. Looks like multiple desktop environments. Let's go on to the next one. Jing OS. I think I took a look at this. Wasn't this supposed to be on the Jing OS tablet? I think. So this is Ubuntu based. Yeah, it says here for tablet computers it can run desktop Linux. Interesting. I wonder if I can install this on my original iPad mini version 1. Since the updates, since it's no longer supported. It says tablet computers, so I'm curious if I can rig it to work. I'll have to do some more research. What is next? Xtix at 87 from Sweden, based on Debian and Ubuntu. Very good. Let's see. Different desktop environments. Okay, don't know much about this. Let's do maybe one or two more. Snaj, S-N-A-J. Is that what it is? Snal Linux. Okay. Another one based off of Arch from the US of A. For those of you who like i3 Window Manager, well, there you go. I'm sure it'll be super fast. I guess Snail Linux, how it's pronounced. Okay. But snails are slow. I'm just saying. Ubuntu Budgie. I've taken a look at this before. Very nice Linux distribution based on Debian, Ubuntu. Origin is the UK. So Ubuntu Budgie is an Ubuntu-based distribution featuring the Budgie desktop, originally developed by the Solus project, written from scratch, integrating tightly with the GNOME stack. By the way, GNOME is 25 years old this month. So happy birthday. Budgie focuses on simplicity and elegance. It is pretty, offering useful features such as the Raven notification and customization center. It does look sharp, but I still go with standard Ubuntu. But Ubuntu Budgie, yeah, this is probably something a new user might be able to learn rather easily. It says there's also a Debian version. Hopefully it's Debian stable. And it says Ubuntu, so I'm assuming it's Ubuntu LTS, supported for 5 years, I think. So check out Ubuntu Budgie. All right, let's take a break from that while I take another sip of water. All right. Let me go back into the chat and we'll see who popped in. Let's see. Where are we here? Where did I leave off? Jose, welcome. In desktop, I use a Debian 11 LXDE. In the laptop, I use a Uruguayan distro called Loco. Loco, yeah, like crazy in Spanish. Loco OS. Está loco, man. An Antix Debian distro that starts with 220 megabytes and 64 bits. Greetings from Chile. Well, you know what? I like lighter weight distributions like Ubuntu Mate. So let me see. How can I say this? Nosotros jugamos como tú. We like to play like you, meaning some of us here like lightweight also. What? Welcome from Chile. Wow. Non-system MD Arctics. I don't know. Bakulu for those that like hippos. I don't know. BOS was ahead of its time. OS from the 90s. Oh, wow. Developed by Apple Breakoff Group. Really? I did not know that. Origin China? No, thank you. Yeah, probably sends all your data back to the mothership. I think the entire web does that, Barkor. Yeah. Hi, Rudy. How are you? You use Fedora. Very good. Use what works. That is the best distribution, is the one that works for you. 3 years of support for Ubuntu flavors. You may be right, Chris. I believe standard Ubuntu is 5 years. Yes. Thank you. Rudy likes Void and Linux Lite on your potato laptops. Okay. Do you use those with French fries or just the laptops? Obviously, with Linux, there's a lot to choose. It can be confusing for beginners. This is why I try to simplify things here. And over the 10 years I've been doing this, so yeah. Yeah, Rudy says fries are bad for you. Yeah, if you use oil to cook them and lots of salt, that is true. Well, it depends how many you eat. I don't eat stuff like that every day. I like to take a potato, Rudy, cut it in half, put it in the microwave, no salt, sprinkle some garlic seasoning or something, maybe some chopped up green onions. I think that's the help. And I leave the skin on, by the way, as far as food goes. So, yeah, no salt, no oil. Just, chop it in half. And some butter, sure. Barkor says, Chrome OS Flex is taking over. The family is taking over. Well, we've talked about a standard Linux system for the masses, and that's affordable. And you are correct, Barkor. Chromebooks, Chrome OS Flex has become the Linux standard for the Windows user masses. I would prefer something else, but it is what it is. And look, I have 2 Chromebooks. One that expired that's still able to work. I have a 4K Chromebook. There's no maintenance. They are fast. They just work. No bugs. That's really what the masses need. So, are they taking over? Well, I think people who are experienced Linux users probably not going to go with a Chromebook since they like to tinker. For my neighbors next door across the street, I would recommend the Chromebook. I would not recommend them to download something, install it, see if it works. These people have busy lives, kids, and all that. But a Chromebook, because there's no maintenance, yes, I can recommend that 100%. So, yes, Rudy, when using Linux, you have to find the distro for your hardware. It can be a hit and miss. I mean, I can recommend my favorites all day, but you don't know until you try installing. Usually it works. Sometimes it may not. And if you're a fireman, a nurse, a teacher, you don't have time to fix bugs. That's why I go with the Chromebook. I mean, if you have a Chromebook, you buy a Chromebook and there's bugs, you need to return it immediately because a Chromebook should have 0 maintenance. I mean, except for the updates, obviously. And you have to reboot once. It doesn't force you to reboot. Okay, just I want to make that clear. Just a little notification. But yeah, Chrome OS Chromebooks. What can I say? They've been around now over 10 years. Who knew? So yeah. This machine here, I have Windows 11 dual booting with Linux Mint. Which reminds me, I need to reboot into Windows 11 and run some updates. It's been about a couple weeks, maybe more. I don't use Windows that much because I don't have to. So let's see. Yeah, Chrome OS, what Ubuntu should have been for new users. Pop OS, what Ubuntu should have been for all of the Linux users. I think when Ubuntu first started off with the original, lightweight desktop environment, I think it was perfect. When they switched to Unity, oh man, that was 10 years ago. A lot of controversy, but still usable for newbies. When they switched to GNOME 3, GNOME Shell, I just don't think it's for new users. There's more of a learning curve. You have to install extensions to make it more user friendly. It's harder. Yeah, Chrome OS is the way, or Chromebooks, Chrome OS is the way to go for new users, at least to get started. Chromebooks start at $200 and up. It's hard to beat that for something that's going to last you at least anywhere from 5 to 8 years of updates, guaranteed updates. I would have to agree, Barcor. Saint Raphael, hiya, Toss, morning to you. He says, well, morning to you too. How you been? It's been a while. What's the word? I think you live out west, don't you? How is it out there? In the drought? I think you live out there. If not, correct me. But here we have plenty of rain. No problem here getting drenched. Oh, you live in the east. Sorry, I was thinking of somebody else. We were just looking at some of the distributions on Distrowatch. Once I'm done with this, you can replay it if you wish. I won't be on too much longer. It is 10 to 10 a.m. here, where I live in Ohio. And just start my day with a shower and breakfast and need to run some errands. Stuff like that. Need to run some updates on Windows 11 and all that good stuff. Anybody here use Windows 11, by the way? Besides Linux? Yeah, really, Chromebooks are not really designed for the tinkerer. You can, but that's not really why people buy a Chromebook. Raphael, you like Linux Mint 21. Very good. You have 11 Pro, Windows 11 Pro? Cool. How does it work out for you? I mean, Windows 11 has been fantastic on this older machine from 2011. I hate to say this, but I think Windows 11 is a lightweight operating system. Running on a computer from 2011 with dual 2 cores, 8 gigs of RAM, and it's zippy. It's just as zippy as Linux. I never thought I would say this. Windows 11 is a lightweight system. Oh, man. Anyway. Rudy, you had snow, and it's supposed to be the end of winter. Really? Interesting. Walt is in the house. Hello. You'll dual boot with 11, Windows 11, and Linux Mint. Well, so do I. How's it working out for you? Rudy can't find your way around Windows. You need to use the GPS app on your smartphone. Just click that, point left, and you should be good. Windows 11 is very, very easy to use. Yeah. Holy cow. You have a Dell XPS 8950, 12 cores and 20 pros. Oh man, that's what I need. I need to upgrade a computer so bad. But I keep toasting monitors. I've gone through 4 monitors since 2008. I don't know what it is with me and TV monitors, but they just don't last. And I got to buy another one. Doing this live podcast on a 50-inch is great. I'm 10 feet away. I'm on the carpet, stretching my legs, stretching my previously broken foot. It's great to do these live podcasts as I'm stretching. I cannot put this 50-inch on a desk, of course. I have a 19-inch, which kind of sucks, but for now. Anyway, that is a one fast Dell there, San Rafael. Yeah. Rudy does not want Windows anymore. Okay, that's cool. 16 gigs of RAM, upgradable to 128 gigs. Very nice. Should I ask how much was that Dell? I think I have a feeling how much it would cost. Yeah, the flat screens. At least one of them got. I'm assuming it was after a lightning storm, so I'm assuming it was an electrical surge. Even though it was plugged into a surge protector, it can happen. But they just don't seem to last as long. I mean, they're nice, they're lightweight, they look great, you can move them around, but I don't know, man. I've wasted about $2,000 worth of TV monitors, and I don't know. Maybe I can find something at a garage sale, as long as it works. You know, I don't care if it's scratched up or whatever. I just not in the mood. Oh, it was a custom build on your Dell. Okay, cool. Yeah, Walt, you need something that just works in Linux, and Mint does it for you. Very good. And Windows 11 isn't as bad as people in Linux world say it is. Windows 11, I put it up against the best Linux distribution, whatever you want that to be. It just works, man. It's fast. I had it running on a dual-core Lenovo, which is this one, from 2011. Nothing fancy, maxed out 8 gigs, and Windows 11 flies. I am impressed, you know. Technically, Windows 11 isn't a distribution, but it's really a lightweight distro in a way, so. Prices in Africa are high, yeah. Yeah, prices here in the States appear to have stabilized. I'm just not in the mood to buy another monitor right now. It's just, Anyway. BenQ Monitors. I'm not familiar with that one. Dell Monitor gave up after 6 months, really. Wow. Windows 11 Pro is the best so far, just to get rid of all the privacy issues. Yeah, I when it comes to OSs, I don't really get into the privacy thing that much. Look, the entire internet is one privacy sucking machine, as it were. So, how do you stay private on the web? How do you erase yourself off the web completely and start over? Yeah, it's tough, man. That's why I don't think privacy exists on the web. It's just so vast. And anyway, maybe we'll talk about that in a future live show about AI, the future of AI, the age of AI, and the web and privacy. I mean, there's a lot going on. CFWW. Happy Tuesday to you. You have a 14-year-old Dell, and it still works. Nice. Yeah, some things can last. Monitors can't, but computers, no, not a problem. Anyway, Yeah, but I bought this 50-inch last year that I'm using now. It's 4K. It's not a smart TV. I don't need that. But man, I'm about 10 feet away. It looks awesome. I don't have to strain my eyes versus my little 19-inch on the desk. So this with the split screen is perfect. 50 inches is about right for a, living room or a rec room or something like that. So it's on its third power supply for that 14-year-old Dell. Looks like you're getting zapped also. I really should have made some coffee this morning. Anyway. Robbie is in the house. Hello. You like the Windows subsystem for Android? Ah. Interesting. Okay. I have not messed with that. How's that working out for you? And Windows 11 is what Windows 10 should have been. It's the best Windows version since Windows 7. Thoroughly enjoy Windows 11 when I use Windows. So yeah, it's awesome. UPS must-have, makes computer run better, last longer, worth the money. Yeah, I thought about getting one of those. Really, what you need is a good surge protector. Yep, I agree completely also. Yeah, so far with Windows 11, with all the updates I've been installing, rebooting, it is not getting any slower. Nothing unusual. It just works. So, yeah. UPS cleans up the power before sending it to your devices. I did not know that. So it isn't just an uninterrupted power supply, but it cleans up the power. Maybe that's what's happening to me, but if that was the case, wouldn't everything get fried eventually? I mean, it's only my TV monitors. It's not my, laptops or desktops or my speakers or, it's only the monitors. Just, I don't know, man. Anyway, I'll pick one up eventually. I guess maybe a garage sale or something. Or maybe I'll do a fundraiser. Fundraiser for Toss. He needs another monitor. He's squinting too much. Save Toss's eyes fundraiser for a new monitor. Yes, that's what I'll call it. Save Total OS's eyes fundraiser. There we go. Could be the outlet. It could be. Although I think I've lost TVs on 2 different outlets. Barcore. You know what? I can't remember, but again, I have my desktops plugged into the same outlet, so it's only the monitors. It's just weird. Yeah, I don't know. Just one of those things, but Rio Encarcelado. I hope I said that right. Hi. Old YouTube username that Google doesn't let me access the account anymore. Jedi Master Lego. Okay. You miss Windows 95 and 98? You also liked XP Pro 32-bit. Interesting. I miss Windows 7. That's about it. You like Endeavor OS with KD. Okay. All right. I believe that was in the top 10 on Distrowatch. Yeah, Windows 11 again is what Windows 10 should have been. It looks cool. It's fast. No issues whatsoever. So your first time Windows was Windows 3.1 in 1994. Wow. Oh, the good old 90s, before we knew anything about malware and privacy and hacks and all that. It was a much, much simpler time in the 90s. I miss the 90s. And no pandemic either. Linux bites. Good morning, mate. It would be nice if Microsoft would give us the choice for any version of Windows that we like to use with just putting the guts of Windows 11 running it. Yeah, I guess that would be nice. Yeah. Yes, Macintosh, Power Macs. I remember those also. Yeah. So for the different versions of Windows, are the system requirements all the same? I haven't looked into it. I just got the standard version that's free, so. It was funny because I was able to install Windows 11 on a supposedly unsupported machine. After Microsoft said that, they released an official hack on their own website. Hint, go ahead and install it, right? And so I did, and it runs fine. It's a registry hack. I don't recommend that for newbies, but I figured this is an old test machine, so I didn't care if it didn't work. And so far, it just works. So yeah. The Oregon Trail. That sounds very peaceful right now, on the mountain trail, right? Because I live here in Ohio, we have trails everywhere, trees everywhere. So yeah. In addition to the wonderful unstable potholes we have. Yeah. 90s also, that was before high-speed internet. Remember that with the modem that made that noise? Ding, 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 ding. Right? On DSL, right? Oh, yes, I remember. Downloading Netscape and waiting and waiting and waiting. All right, it is after 10 a.m. Just a few more minutes, friends, and we'll wrap it up so I can start my day and coffee and all that. It's great all of you were able to join in. I do these at random times, try to get people from different time zones to jump in. Like there was somebody here from Chile. Are you still around? So that's always cool. If you haven't already, subscribe if you haven't. Consider supporting the channel if you haven't. There's a PayPal link and a Patreon link below in the show notes. I use some of your donations to buy coffee. I admit it. Let's see. Yeah, Endeavor OS on Distrowatch. Yes. Yeah. Any new email clients out there? There's if you download Vivaldi, they have their own new email client built in the browser. If you want to take a look at that, I use I've had good luck with Thunderbird email. I believe there is a brand new version for Thunderbird, if I am not mistaken. Yeah, I like Thunderbird. There's obviously lots of choices out there, but Thunderbird seems to work best for me. Do I have anything else installed in Linux? Let me take a quick look here while we're chatting. No. I have Brave Browser, Chromium, Firefox, Google, HexChat. KDE Connect, which I don't use. I have Vivaldi, and of course Thunderbird looking on my list here, but that's about it. Hello, Simone. How are you? Simone, are you celebrating the Italian festival Ferragosto? My dad did. I think that's how he got the virus. It's like a month-long festival in Italy, I do believe, right? Ferragosto. They did something here in Pittsburgh, not too far from here, about that festival, so yeah. Rio, you're son of an Air Force brat. Ah, American born abroad. Ah. And now in the former Panama Canal Zone. Ah. Cool. Ah, you first heard of me in the way back Spatry's Cup of Linux. Oh, yeah, those were the good old days, huh? Yeah, I remember. Yeah, CFF, FW. Yeah, I tried to install Linux Submit. I guess I found the bug, so I just stopped. I was kind of surprised, but it happens. What are you going to do? I don't really have to upgrade Linux Mint. What I have now, it works, but I'll wait. Maybe they'll fix that bug and I'll move on. But yeah, it was kind of annoying. Oh, Simone, it was your birthday. Well, happy birthday. And in the Italian festival month of Ferragosto. I don't even know about the history of that, Simone. Maybe you can fill me in, but yeah. Yeah, Evolution is the other popular email client. That is true. I don't think I've ever used that, but it is popular. All right, so the most important religious celebration in Ferragosto. Okay. I remember that barely years ago when I was in Italy. But my dad has celebrated last week, and he called me yesterday. He tested positive for COVID. He's fully vaccinated, so hopefully he'll be okay in a week or two. It's big outdoor festivals, Simone, if I remember, with music and food and people partying late into the night, if I recall correctly. So, yeah. All right, San Rafael, thank you for stopping by. Oh, yeah. Yep. The Italians love their outdoor food during that festival, right? There was one in Pittsburgh, not too far from here, Pennsylvania, but I didn't make it. Yeah, I kind of found out late. Had some friends there, but didn't make it. Yes, promoting local food. Yes. It looks delicious. I'm sure it is, right? You being there. Hello, Spit. How are you, man? Yeah, you're coming on the tail end of this. I need to start my day, but you can replay this if you want to. Quails, Mint Mate for the win. Yes, Mint Mate and Ubuntu Mate are my choices. And I'm using Mint Mate now. All right, is there anything else before we wrap this up? Any last comments, questions, suggestions, anything we missed? It's after 10 a.m., so yeah. Rio likes Firefox. I don't like Firefox. I've had issues with Firefox and Linux. I use it very sparingly. I prefer Chrome. I'm using now and then. I'm using Brave also. So yeah, Firefox is no longer just not special anymore. Just too much competition. So yeah, the old modems. Yeah, 33.6. Yeah, I remember. And that noise, ding, 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 right? Ding, ding, ding. And then if your modem got fried, you were stuck. Wah, can't get on the web. Do you guys remember your very, very first email on a computer? I did. I sent one out to a friend of mine. He sent it back, and we're like, hey, this is so cool. This had to be, I don't know, 96, 97. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, Q4OS is pretty fast. Yep. Ah, the old Pentiums. Remember those too? I remember when that was the big news. Oh, Pentium. Ooh, wow. I didn't care for Windows 95. Windows 98 was okay. I vaguely remember Windows 2000. Yeah. But I think Windows hit its stride with Windows 7. Then they kind of sputtered a little bit with 8 and 10. But Windows 11 is fantastico. All right, guys, let's get and wrap this up so I can start my morning. Thank you all for stopping by. Always a pleasure. If you missed any of this, make sure you replay this. My dear friend, you may have heard of Stephanie Forian. She is an independent singer-songwriter. It's been rough for her, for all independent workers during this pandemic. Replay this video from the beginning. I replayed a wonderful version 1 song of hers from 2019 called Gone. Wonderful song, beautiful voice, the angelic voice, as we call her. So check that out if you haven't already. Check out her music. So that's it for this. I will probably catch you maybe the same time next week. I have to look at my schedule, then we'll go from there. Keep in touch. I'll catch you on the next one. Need some more water. All right, that's it. Arrivederci.